Hello, my name is Keerthan, and me and my friends at Sharp Education serve high school students by getting them into their dream college and setting them up for future successes. And when it comes to getting into your dream college, if you are a senior right now, I'm sure you're bogged down with getting essays right. When it comes to getting into college, nobody needs to tell you the importance of the college essay. And assuming you're applying to colleges in America, nobody needs to stress to you the importance of the college essay. And in an age with AI, ChatGPT, and various essay writing services and tools, you might be confused on how to get the best essay possible. And more than the confusion, you might be worried about how to make your college essay stand out from the competition. And it stuns us sometimes because this is such an obvious thing to do, but nobody ends up doing it or thinks about it. So through this video, I want to show you what this trick is, and not only show you the trick, but also encourage you and show you how you can implement it yourself. Because I know that just telling you the trick isn't actually going to get you to take action. We know that very well. Just telling our students to do stuff isn't actually going to get them to do stuff. We have to go beyond that. So I have two things to share with you. First, I'm going to show you a presentation of what the trick is and how we came across the trick and how you can implement this essay trick to dramatically improve your essays. The second thing I will show you is one of my students who agreed to come on this video and share how implementing this trick improved his essays dramatically. This will be a banger. This will be such an impactful video for you if you let it be impactful for you. If you absorb this video and implement the steps in it, this will be a super impactful video. And without further ado, here's the presentation. Let's get into it. And so this presentation that I'm sharing with you is one I shared with my students, and I want you to have it as well. So it is the essay writing hack that will get you into your dream university and beyond. Again, in an age where everyone is using essay writing services and in an age where ChatGPT exists, it is hard to figure out how to make your college essay stand out amongst the crowd. However, we came across this one simple trick that can change everything. And I'm sure you're asking, what is the trick? Here it is: volume. In other words, write more. In other words, write way more. Done. That's it. End of the presentation. Bye-bye. Click off the video. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We all know, like, first of all, you're probably confused. What does volume mean? What does it even mean to write more? And first of all, I know with working with students, I know telling you to write more will not actually get you to write more. And on top of that, as again, I'm sure you're asking, how do I write more? What should I write more about? And why should I write more? Now, to answer those questions, I want to introduce you to somebody who gave us the inspiration for this hack about volume, who even taught us about the concept, especially when it comes to college admissions essay writing. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy before. He's not an admissions counselor. No, he's somebody else. He's a businessman. His name is Alex Hormozi. I look up to this guy a lot, and he's made hundreds of millions of dollars in multiple different companies, right? And he's never raised any money or anything. This is all, he's fully self-made, him and his wife, right? And the interesting thing is, why I'm using this guy as inspiration right now is because he has two books, 100 Million Offers and 100 Million Leads. Now, the thing about these books is that they came out very recently, 2021 and 2023. That being said, they are the number one books in the category of business, period. Like, in all business books, they are currently number one, even compared to books that are considered timeless, right? And the business category is huge. And the interesting thing is, he didn't have a big publishing company for his books. He self-published them all on his own. And he didn't have a huge budget when he published his first book. This book right here, as of right now, is his most popular. He didn't have a huge budget when he published the book. And now he's very well known, but when he published the book, he wasn't well known at all. So the question is, how did he get the books to become number one in the category? It's because the books became popular by word of mouth. They became popular by word of mouth. And I'm sure you're asking, how can you make a book that spreads by word of mouth? It's because readers said his books are so good. Like, right here, it says, Never mind. Usually it has a testimonial at the top, but there was a testimonial that said this book is so good. And I read the books. They are really freaking good. Now, the question is, especially when it comes to how it relates to essay writing, is what did he do to write two books that are just so good? This is what he did. For his second book, right here, 100 Million Leads, when he launched the book, it broke four world records. The average New York Times best-selling book sells 100,000 copies in a year. He sold 250,000 copies in the first day. So he knows his stuff. But here's the thing. When he wrote that book, he wrote 19 drafts of that book, 100 Million Leads, four full rewrites, and he took 6 hours a day for nearly 2 years to get that book right. Well, it's crazy. If you're anything, if you are a human, I'm sure you're asking just like me, like, what? That's crazy. Who in the right mind would write that much? This sounds so tedious. No one will I've ever seen will do that. Like writing 19 drafts of a book, writing it front to back four times, 6 hours a day on a book for 2 years. Like that sounds so tedious. No one I've ever seen will do that. But here's the thing, that's the point. Like no one I've ever seen will do that. Yeah, that's the point. No one else would do this. And as a result, the people who do this stand out from the rest. So, like, it's just that simple. The people that write that much volume, like the people that get that much work done, stand out from the rest. It's that simple. Now, to bring this back to essay writing, take this framework. So if you're writing essays right now, start with your main essay. This framework is bringing the Hormozy way. Start with your main essay, your 650 word one that's going to go to all the schools. Probably your Common App essay, right? Now, you have a couple topics, 8 to 9 topics to choose. Choose a topic you'd best be able to showcase yourself under and quickly write a draft of the essay. This is a step-by-step framework, by the way. After you start with the main essay. Now, after you choose a topic for that, quickly write a draft. Quickly write a draft. Now, briefly review the draft. Here's the thing, do not edit it. Do not edit the draft at all. Just review what you wrote, do not edit. And now you repeat these two 10 times. Write a draft, review. Write a draft, review. Write a draft, review 10 times. And after your 10th draft is written, now you can start reviewing and editing. Now you start reviewing and editing. Now, this is crazy. I know that like writing 10 drafts of the same essay, it sounds wild. It sounds so tedious, it sounds nutty. But here's the thing. This framework assumes something very fundamental. It assumes that your 10th draft will be better than your first. I think you and I can both agree. Your 10th draft that you write for your essay will be way better than your first. And what most people do is they only write one draft and try to edit that draft and try to make it better, better, better. But here's the thing, they haven't built the proper foundation for their essay. And in this case, the foundation is your writing skill. So write the 10th draft. Like your first, second, third, fourth, fifth drafts might be bad. Your 10th draft is going to be way better than the other nine. Now you edit that one and you bring it into ChatGPT, whatever, you have a base layer of foundation. Now you can edit it and you have a much better eye for what to edit as well and write. And that foundation only comes after doing a bunch of volume. And the only way to get that, and the only result you'll get from that volume is the writing skill. So here's the thing, your skill can only grow the more you write. Okay. But I know it sounds crazy. Like it sounds like such a big task to try to write 10 drafts. But here's a trick. Here's a hack. If you set a timer for 30 to 45 minutes to write a draft in full, it becomes super easy to finish. Like if you just set a timer for 45 minutes, just bust out a draft right here. Like even if you don't know what you're writing, just write. Even if you're not writing English by the end of it, you're losing your mind. You don't even know what to put on the just write something, right? And if you do this once a day, like 30 to 45 minutes a day, like timing yourself, you only need 10 minutes. If you do that process once a day, just time yourself 45 minutes, get that draft done. Time yourself the second day 45 minutes, just get that draft done. Third day, and after 10 days, you will have the proper foundation to build the best essay ever. Like, you only need 10 days to get the best college essay ever. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like studying for the SAT did not take 10 days. To get a high score on the SAT did not take 10 days. To get a great grade for a class did not take 10 days, but you can make this happen in 10 days. And if you do it twice a day, like morning before school, after school, or twice after school, time yourself 45, time yourself 45. Now you only need 5 days. Now you only need five. It's up to you if you want to make it happen in 5 or 10. Both are still great as long as if you get that 10th draft done. And now you get into, okay, how do I edit it? Put it into ChatGPT, edit, like just write them raw. You know what I mean? Just write them raw. And now you'll have the writing skill developed. And here's the thing, it sounds tedious, a lot of this, but don't overthink it and just get started. You'll get that 10th draft sooner than you expect to be done. Like that draft will be done way sooner than you expect. I know I didn't add this to the presentation, but a couple people ask things like, should I use ChatGPT while writing my drafts and stuff like that? Don't rely on others. Just write everything by hand on your own, not by hand, by typing. Just keep it all raw and then use other tools to assist with the editing. And now ChatGPT, when you're bringing it into your essay and stuff like that, it's not trying to fix a crappy essay. It's fixing a much better essay than what you did in your first time. So I hope you liked that presentation, and I hope you got some good insight into how you should think about writing your essays. And just in case you still don't believe that this is going to work, what you're going to see now is a recording of one of my recent coaching sessions where another student asked my other student who did write a bunch of drafts how that helped him on his essays.
I guess like as someone who's in the same situation that you are in, do you think that like writing those 10 drafts, like no matter how you felt, just like helped you like feel like the needle moved?
Oh, definitely. So I talked to Keerthan yesterday, like personally, and he asked me the same question. So he talked to me and he asked about like my current draft to my first draft. I went to look back to my first draft when I was on my like eighth draft, and I'm gonna be completely honest, my writing in my first draft was so ass compared to like what I wrote now, what I wrote in my actual draft. So like those drafts are actually just helping me improve like getting a certain idea down and like building a narrative almost with those. So like writing a lot of drafts, even though like it takes time, like I mean some people are like pretty slow when typing words and stuff, but like if you spend like 45 minutes just like doing that and just like keeping focus on that, then honestly you will see improvements on how you write.
Now you not only have the strategy, but you also seen somebody implement the strategy and see benefit from it. So I hope that at least convinces you that this is what you should be doing for your essays. Now, if you like this video, I suggest watching a bunch of our other videos. We have some really good videos on college admissions, especially on things like study tips, on things like how to choose your major, and even we have the best resource to learn how to transfer from university to university or transfer to your dream university in general. So feel free to check out our other videos because you're going to learn so much just like you did from this one. And thank you again for watching this video.